Hello, I'm Jim Tumlinson from All American Water, located here in Wise County, Texas. And today we're going to talk about a well house orientation. In this particular case, it's going to be with the bladder tank. First, we're going to start with the well itself. So if you look down here, this is your well head. Now inside this 4-inch casing is your pump and the pipe that comes up and provides water to your pressure tank. This is your well head and your well casing. This is the wire that goes down to your pump that operates the pump. Now this wire is attached to the control box, and you'll know what size pump you have based on your control box. Most control boxes are Franklin Electric, but if you look right across the top, there in the white spot, it'll say HP for horsepower, and then it will tell you what the horsepower is. In this case, it's a 1/2 horse pump, and it's not more. This well is not more than 100 feet deep. And this is what starts your pump and gets it running with the internal components of the control box. Now, back up to the wellhead. Typically, right here, you're going to have a pressure relief valve. But on this system, what they've done is they've put this on a brass T, and they've put the pressure relief valve right here. Now, next to the pressure relief valve is a hydrant, so that you can turn your water on and off from right here without having to run it from the house and drain your tank. And then here's your pressure gauge. And typically your pressure gauge is going to show between 30 and 50 pounds or 40 and 60 pounds. That is based on your pressure switch. Now on your pressure switch, you can take the lid off, and if you look inside your pressure switch, it's going to tell you right here whether it's 40-60 or 30-50. And in this case, this is a 40-60 switch, which means that it's going to go off at 60 pounds and it's going to come back on when it gets down to 40 pounds. Now if you look at the contacts on this pressure switch, you want to be very careful because the electricity is on here. These contacts are open, but since you cannot see electricity, it can still get you. So what I recommend you do is turn the electricity off before you remove your cap for your pressure switch, and if you need to do any maintenance to it, just please make sure that your electricity is off. Then you put your lid for your pressure switch back on, and make sure it's secure. And then let's move up to your pressure tank. Now this pressure tank is called a bladder tank. Now the bladder tank has a bladder inside here, and the water goes into that bladder, and from up here is air. It's got an air charge in it. And this air is compressed when the bladder fills up, and that's what gives you pressure inside the house. Now another way to know that this is a bladder tank is because up here on the top there's an air valve that you could put air in. Now you do not want to put air in this pressure tank. It comes pre-charged with air. It should be around 38 pounds. Anywhere between 28 and 38. 28 pounds if you've got a 30-50 pressure switch, and it can have 38 pounds in it if you've got a 40-60 pressure switch. If you've got a 40-60 pressure switch, it's okay if it's got 28 pounds in it. And the way to tell if the setting is correct or you have any air in there is you empty the tank. Turn your power off, drain your tank, you put your air gauge on it, and if it shows 28 pounds of air with the tank empty of water, you're okay. If you put it on your pressure gauge on there and there's no air in it, your tank is bad and you need to get it replaced. And you can call us at All American Water at 940-389-6850, and we'll come replace your tank for you. Now, this is an 82-gallon pressure tank. It's a beige color, a cafe color. Most of them are blue, and they're usually between 32, 33, and 44-gallon pressure tanks. So typically yours might be about this tall and about that wide sitting inside your well house. Now these are all the components of your well house. I do want to just cover one thing real quick. The pressure relief valve that sits up here, that is down here on this brass T. Normally they're up here, and the reason they're there is if anything in here freezes between the pressure relief valve and the pressure tank, it'll blow out the pressure relief valve to help save that pump so it's not pumping against a dead head. And typically when that happens, and then after the blockage is gone, the pressure relief valve might be dripping, and that's okay. Just make it a little wet inside your well house or inside the house. But if it's a concern for you, you can go to your local hardware store and get a pressure relief valve, or you can call us at All American Water, and we'll come out and replace it for you. Alright? If you've got any questions over your well stuff, please feel free to call us at All American Water, 940-389-6850, and we'll be happy to talk to you over the phone, or you can call us out for a service call. I thank you, and you have a great day.